Hello, we are the Doctors Who podcast. My name is Chris.
And I'm Chip.
I'm Brian.
And we are doing a 3-minute lightning review on Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card. Ender's Game is a story of a young child who is drafted into military service at the age of 6. He is conditioned to be an epic battle commander for the IF fleet. We see his journey take him almost to the breaking point several times until we find him basically basking in his victory, but yet getting no satisfaction from it. It speaks a lot about how the end justifies the means. That's the one. That's what I'm going for. And whether that is really true. And it also tells a pretty compelling science fiction-based story that I think still holds up today. It's still an interesting read. Card does a great job of being vague enough with the technology that you can read it today and place the current technology into the story. So I really enjoyed it.
I also enjoyed this one a lot. So it's another one that kind of makes you think. So kind of going back to, I think, some of our prior conversations, we talked about, fate versus free will. And in this story, Ender really has no free will until the very end. He gets to make one of his first decisions on his own. But kind of the manipulation of him, and I think when Chris said, do the ends justify the means, or the ender justify the means.
Oh.
See what I did there?
Good job.
What if that was
good
intentional on Card's part?
I don't know.
Because that's a central theme in these books, even if it's not explicitly stated.
That's a really good point.
Do the ends justify the means? Sorry.
In our the people in leadership roles always correct with the decisions they make. So in this one, we find out at the end that this whole genocide was probably not even necessary. But anyway, I really enjoyed this. I know we're doing our lightning rounds, so I'll go quick. But I would highly recommend this one. It's not a fast read for the length of the book. It isn't a long book, but there's a lot of good stuff in here, and it's not as dense as Dune, but it is definitely engaging, intriguing, and it brings up a lot of questions.
Yeah, I echo what these two said. It's a story about a remarkable boy in remarkable circumstances that is faced with an incredibly difficult decision, and he doesn't even know the decisions he's making until after he has made them. So it's a very good book if you want something to think about. It definitely poses those questions that were said before. This was my second read through, and I was able to get a lot from it on a second read through too. There's enough to keep you engaged on subsequent reads. So if you've read it, 3 times, or if this will be your first read, I would highly recommend it. It's a great book. It also ages well with you. So again, I read this when I was much younger, read it again now, and it reads just as well, if not better, now that I'm older. So 2 thumbs up from me.
Also worth noting, there is a movie starring Harrison Ford on this book. I have not yet seen it. But having read this, I am going to check it out because I'm curious to see how it holds up to the book.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, 3 out of 3 say thumbs up, recommend this book. So take that for what you will. We are mostly trustworthy. So mostly. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, and we will see you next time.
Allons-y.